Hey collective, did you miss me? Oh shit, hold on, let me take my headphones out. Okay. Did you miss me? Hopefully, oh son of a bitch. Hopefully everybody's happy, healthy, all that good stuff, making good choices, staying safe on this holiday. So you're gonna be hearing all kinds of fireworks outside. Just part of the get down. So let's get this shit in like pockets. I just kind of feel like this is going to be a love reading. Or maybe that's just what I want it to be. Yeah, let's do this. Mm-hmm. Okay. Bam! Damn, bitch is good. We got the lovers. We have the moon reversed. We have the death reversed. We have the 9 of swords. And we have the 10 of swords, or excuse me, the 10 of wands reversed. So you seem to obviously have some kind of relationship. Hold on, because what I want to say is that, but this lovers is not inverted. But what I want to say is that you have a relationship where you're not following your intuition, and you're not allowing things to end, which is keeping you up at night. And it's time to put down the burden with this 10 of wands reversed. It's creating anxiety. Yeah, hold on, let's see. Yeah. Okay, so you're not letting a situation go. You have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. You have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. And children. Your love life is being affected by children. So maybe you're not in an unhealthy situation. Maybe you're just used to unhealthy situations. And there isn't any illusion. Nothing is ending. But you have this anxiety even though you're not burdened. You need to free yourself, get out of your mental space. Let's see. You have the world, accomplishment, celebration, and completion. This is falling just under the lovers. You have the Ten of Cups falling under this moon inverted. That's family, love, and blessings. You have awareness, caution, and consequences with the Seven of Air, which is also like the Seven of Swords. This is falling under this Death inverted. The Seven of Swords, you know, that could be like deception, trickery, things like that. But that could also be like self-delusion. Like you could be tricking yourself into something. You have the Emperor, which is falling under this Nine of Swords. You have the Lovers yet again, and this is falling under this Ten of Wands reversed. Relationships, emotions, and choices. So what's the problem? Why are you duping yourself into thinking that there's problems? What is the anxiety that the collective is experiencing? I don't understand what the problem is or why there's this Nine of Swords. You have the Strength and the Chariot. The Strength and the Chariot, I'm thinking this is like a trauma response or you attempting to micromanage and control a situation. The Chariot speaks of success. It's just there's going to be not burdens, but like tests, trials along the way. But it does speak of taking the reins and controlling the situation of your own choosing. With this Strength is also another card of resilience and oh God. Sorry, I got my cards all jumbled. Yeah, I think that you're just trying to extend your control in a situation because you have the Five of Swords, you have the Two of Wands, and the King of Swords reversed. So you're not the King of Swords reversed, like in a darker energy, in a positive energy, he's head over heart, logical, you know, honest, things like that. But in a darker energy, in an inverted energy, he tends to be controlling and manipulative and very cold. With this Five of Swords, the Five of Swords speaks of like winning at all costs, and what the guidebook on the Five of Swords really says is like, is it worth it? Yes, you can win this. Yes, you can make that control felt. You can navigate the situation the way you want to, but is it worth it? You're going to create resentment. You're going to make enemies along the way. With the Two of Wands in between the two, that means you're planning, you're trying to, like I said, micromanage the situation. And I don't think that's necessary. With this Ten of Wands reverse, there isn't a burden in the situation. So I don't understand why. I'm not understanding. Why is... So you had the Ace of Swords come out. Upside down. Like, so basically you're just not willing to accept like divine truth. You have the Death inverted yet again. And then you have the Three of Wands coming out in the struggle position. So what I'm seeing with this is you're so worried about ending because you're not really genuinely in your heart of hearts believing that this blessing is real. Like, you're not, like, the Three of Wands speaks of waiting for your ships to come in, like waiting for that Dharma to unfold. But in the struggle position, the way I'm seeing it with all of this other stuff, it's a lack of belief in your value, in your deserving of the situation. So there's some serious healing that needs to be done. There's some serious communication that needs to happen as well, because you don't want to lose this person. There doesn't seem to be anything negative here. There seems to be genuine, actual, like, love and possible wish fulfillment. Like, you have the Ten of Cups, you have the Lovers twice, you have the Courageous Peony, multifaceted, unique nature, and let yourself be seen. So yeah, what I'm getting from this is that there's a self-doubt here, and that's bleeding. What do they say? Don't bleed on those that didn't cut you. Like, you have double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. So what I'm saying, like, yeah, literally, like, I think that you're, like, really struggling to believe that this is valid because you have an issue with self. Because there's nothing here that's, like, there's no illusion with this moon inverted. There's no ending. This person doesn't want to leave. You have the Death inverted twice. You have this Nine of Swords, and that's you up at night with this anxiety, trying to micromanage, trying to control the situation. Hold on, somebody's at my door. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Where was I? Okay, so you had inner earth fallout. Am I blushing? Oh my God, I'm blushing. You'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. So what I'm seeing from this is, like, you really need to maybe, if you can't, like, check yourself and get out of this, like, mental, like, Nine of Swords anxiety situation, if you can't free yourself and take back control of your life, to take back control of your emotions, your vessel, your body, your mind, then you really need to talk to, like, a professional or something, because there's nothing bad about this reading. This person genuinely loves you, but you're not willing to accept divine truth, and you're not willing to like believe in your worth and your value and what you genuinely truly deserve. But you wouldn't already have this level of commitment if you didn't already deserve it or like do the work to gain it. So yeah. Whew. Angels. Okay. You have courage. Archangel Ariel, which is also an angel of beauty and love and like everything that's like gorgeous. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. That's what I mean, is that I really don't think that you're believing in this situation, and it's genuinely a positive, healthy, happy cycle. This person isn't trying to end this situation, but I think that they're very, very, very frustrated. But there aren't any burdens other than your mental like anxiety and like what's going on with you. You have Archangel Camiel, career transition. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So maybe, is it your career that's creating this level of stress in your existence? How can the collective heal this? Can they progress, move forward? So yeah, you have career transition, and then just after this in the healing deck, or the Inasagal healing oracle or whatever, it says discover your life purpose. It's number 29, which is 11, which is a master number. So it's really time to take control of the situation. You have this Chariot and this Strength. I think that you're trying to micromanage the wrong situation. You have healing, which is falling under free yourself, the Chariot, and the Strength. So it's really time to take your healing journey into your own hands. You've obviously done a lot of work to get to a place where you can have a healthy, happy connection. You're not being faced with an ending or a rebirth of some sort when it comes to this relationship. So it's really, really time to recalibrate, focus on what you want. You have inner child. So there's some serious wounding that's being triggered by something, whether it's something in your career, whether it's something in yourself or in your relationship. You know, when we have a lot of trauma and we think we've healed from it, like random stupid things, even its scents or like sounds, can trigger a trauma response, and that bleeds over into other areas of life. You literally have Phoenix rising, and that's falling under this second death reverse and this Ace of Swords reverse. You literally have an opportunity to rebrand, rebuild, and refocus. So I think it's definitely time to identify what is causing the triggers. And if you can't do that, just move forward with like a grateful, like optimistic view. If you can't identify what the past problem is, because you know what I mean, like with healing and stuff, like it's hard to go back and focus on something that you don't even realize is the problem. But if you can at least just focus on the positives and the forward focus, that might be helpful. You have 22, have faith. 22 is also a 4, which is family, foundation, home. And that's falling just under this other death reverse, this moon reverse, this family card. Like, you really have an opportunity to refocus. You have patience. This is falling under this Emperor card, this Lover's card, the second Lover's card. New solutions, new beginning, career transition, discover your life purpose, the 9 of Swords, and the 10 of Wands reversed. I think that whatever is creating this anxiety, this feeling, this trauma response of feeling the need to control or micromanage the universe or situations, people, whatever, it might be stemming a little bit from some inner child wounding, but also something that's not, like, you're needing to trust divine timing in something, I think. You have ideal romance, and this is literally falling under healing and discover your life purpose. This person is definitely part of your journey. Like I said, this person doesn't want to end this situation. This person isn't being deceptive by any means. Whatever's going on is going on internally with you. Yeah. Yeah, you seem to have lucked out with the person that you're attached to. Whatever's going on is internal. So, hold on, let's see. Yeah, so you have the Mirror. It's definitely time to figure this out. This is falling under healing and inner child. So it's really time to figure out what's creating this trauma response of controlling. You have the Mystic, and this is falling under inner child and Phoenix rising. This card really speaks of, like, you know, with the butterfly and the transformation, they're really looking within and utilizing that intrinsic power that we all have as light beings to learn to heal ourselves. So yeah, definitely look into like some star magic type healing, maybe some plant medicine like ayahuasca, DMT, something like that can really just like broaden your spectrum, open your horizons, because whatever this is, you have the Mountain, literally, like, we can fight the mountain, we can climb the mountain, we can like overcome the mountain, but the journey or the success over the mountain isn't the end result. If we don't remember all of the goods that are inside the mountain, like the minerals and the gold and all the other stuff, like if we just look at it like as like a task and an obstacle, we're really missing out on all the beauty that could be like gained from the situation. So that's really telling me is that whatever this is that's needing to be addressed is part of your success story. This is another part of the beauty of your journey, of your story, of your life purpose, of your healing, you know what I mean, of your Phoenix Rising. Like anybody who gets the Phoenix Rising card to me is like, winner, like you got this, bro. Like you're having, and not just with that Phoenix Rising, there was another one. What was it? What other one was it? I think it was the Inner Earth. Yeah, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. Like literally, like this is just a new chapter. Like really, you have the mask. It's time to drop the facade and like step out of the darkness. You also have the offering. It's time to literally accept whatever, like you being able to address this situation, heal this hurt, and move forward before there's any real damage to this love situation is such a blessing from the divine, and you really have to take it as such. Like don't let this, scared me a little bit. Don't let this situation become like a trauma, another trauma. Like this person genuinely loves you and doesn't even see like ending as part of the solution. This is just purely something that you're gonna have to figure out. And this person's down to fucking support you. You have this Emperor card and you have the Lovers multiple times. Like I said, you have the Moon inverted and the Death inverted right after the Lovers, which just to me is really genuinely telling you that this person is valid and they're wanting to see you through. You have empowerment, number 26. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. Literally, like, this person's gonna get such a kick out of the phoenix that rises from your ashes once you can figure out whatever this is. You have alchemy, so it's time to alchemize it. And perception. So it's really too, like I was saying, you know, don't bleed on those that didn't cut you, whether it's something from work or it's just some kind of like inner child wounding or whatever that's needing healed. Like it's time to really take a step back and evaluate like whether your anxiety or your flash or your control or whatever is warranted for the situation. It's definitely time to alchemize the mental aspects. You really have to be aware of the danger that the mind can pose in most situations. Yeah, it's time to go with the flow and start to see things from a space of innocence, like literally living moment to moment and enjoying the hurt, even enjoying the stress, the anxiety, the worry, like looking at it from a different perspective and getting a kick out of it. You have completion. There's something missing. There's something missing in the thought process, in the spiritual journey, in the wholeness, the completeness that is creating some kind of disconnect. You have patience, and this is the second time you've had patience. Yeah, so what is it? So your schizophrenia, so this speaks of being split in the mind. So like maybe it's like, okay, you're telling yourself like, okay, this person's valid, okay, this person's okay, but then whatever the fuck is stressing you out, whatever's creating impatience, making you want to control, making you grip, has got you like attacking this person because they're the person that's they're there. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's not an intentional thing. Or maybe you feel like certain situations are okay and then you're like, they're not okay. And then that's creating that anxiety, that flux, that stress, because you do have this career transition and this discover your life purpose right after. And both of those are falling under this double mission and this courageous peony, which multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen in light worker starseed, serving the world by being you. There's something here. There's a passion project. There's a talent. There's a gift. There's something that's needing exercise. And that might be what's causing that inner flux, that stress, that anxiety, that cloud. Like you really have to be aware of what's calling you to be expressed, especially in times like this where there's so much going on celestial. There's so much going on with the collective in general. Definitely, like I said, you know, it's time to do some grounding work. You have the Lovers a third fucking time. And you have the Dream. So there is some kind of delusion. This is the Lovers for the third time. And then there is some kind of delusion. There is some kind of projection that you're putting off on your person. This card speaks of falling for that fairy tale love or waiting for it or expecting it. So maybe what I'm seeing from this is that because it's just falling under this go with the flow and patience. You're expecting something out of somebody that isn't realistic. You're attacking him or her for whatever reason because there's something mentally going on and they're not giving you the response that you're feeling like one of the biggest blocks to love is that we just have negative misconceptions about love. Like people think love's supposed to be hard, it's supposed to be work, if it's worth it, it's worth a fight, and blah blah blah. It doesn't have to be that way. Love can be beautiful, love can be free, love can be amazing. You have the Lovers out here multiple times. You have renewal. So whatever this is, it's got to be healed within self, and then it's got to be you've got to address this because it's some kind of mental flux. It's definitely some kind of trauma response, inner child wounding. You have healing again. So yes, it's definitely within self, and you have some kind of negative projections that you're putting off on the situation that aren't realistic. So you have Master of a Trade Female. So this is a Divine Feminine card. And I feel like what this is saying is and you have this go with the flow also. And this Innocence card. And I think that what that's saying is that it's time to fall more into that Divine Feminine aspect of being receptive, being softer. You have removing negative energy and intuitive awareness, which intuitive awareness is more of a feminine aspect. It's time to really stop and allow. Like, you had the Ace of Swords reversed earlier, which to me is you denying like divine truth and providence. It says worry not. So it's just time to step out of the minefield, bro. You'll blow up. Like, really, like, you have such, I mean, like, literally, there's nothing negative here about your relationship, at least pertaining to this other person's stance in it. You have the Lovers 3 fucking times. I don't think I've ever had that happen. Like, I've had the Lovers come out of every fucking card on my, or deck I've used almost. And it's just really a testament of how much faith, how much patience, and how much fucking, like, you're trying to micromanage and have all this strength and control in a situation, but it's time to really refocus that and redirect it towards self. With this Phoenix Rising, you have the ability to really genuinely just make this another part of your success story. There aren't any burdens. Like, you just, it's all mental. It's all mind. It's self-imposed. You have bliss, dreams, and moving on. But moving on isn't like a card of like separation. It's like moving on from, sorry, my allergies are bothering me. Moving on from like the negative, like literally, like there's really not much else to say. Like, you really just have to heal self at this point in time. You have balance and being true. Being true. I am true to myself and others. I remove my mask and stop creating illusions. I have confidence in who I am, and I reveal the good in me. I do not need to hide or prove anything. I replace shame with the power of love and truth. Balance. I find balance between each sphere of my life. I am the master of my daily life. I make time to nourish the spiritual and physical. I bring love to my world by fulfilling the needs of my body and soul. Some good healing crystals are amethyst, peace, intuition, and spirituality. which is also a very good feminine card, like for that divine feminine aspect that needs to be healed. You have Garnet, which is also a good card of another feminine card or another feminine stone. It helps with blood flow, with heart space, passion, energy, and health. And obviously rose quartz is good for the heart chakra as well. You have hematite, grounding, practicality, and courage, a masculine stone. You have emerald, protection, love, and wisdom, a masculine stone. You have selenite, cleansing yourself and your space. You have topaz, love, passion, and purpose. And you have antigorite, flow, intuition, and bloom. So yeah, definitely do some spiritual work, some cleansing work. Don't hesitate to get these particular stones, throw them in your bath with you. You know, definitely sea salt. If you're going to use sea salt, I would use the pink Himalayan because you're working on heart chakra cleansing. The black salt for the mind, the blue salt for the mind as well. But yeah, I feel like whatever's going on, it seems to be just like maybe a stress response. You do have this inner child card. And you have this children card, which nothing else came out about children other than the inner child card. So I'm thinking that whatever this is something that's stemming from historical situations. And whether it's something that you're realizing or not, it definitely needs to be addressed. But you're really lucky. You seem to have somebody who's very much in your corner. You have pride. True worth is measured not by character, or excuse me, true worth is measured by character, not accolades. Arrogance, vanity, and ego. You have regret. The past cannot be changed, but the future is still in your hands. Remorse, sorrow, and rue. And look at that. It's a clock. We're like, TikTok, motherfucker, get it together. Because, like I said, you have somebody who's genuinely in your quarter, and you have grief, depression, trauma. Like, you literally have to heal whatever's going on. And if you can't identify whatever's going on, just heal the stress of the current situation, because you're creating toxicity in a good situation. So really be aware of that. Take a chance. Literally. However this healing has to happen, take a chance and allow it to do so, because you don't want to be in regret. You have relinquish fears, intend and manifest, let go of expectation, and release self-limiting beliefs. It says laugh. Where the fuck is your sense of humor? It's dark and you can't see a fucking thing. Get your head out of your ass pronto. You need some fucking yoga in your life. Ancient shit is cool. And that might just be like talking about how like, because yoga is good for like grounding and like that mental fucking clarity and like getting out of the head space, because you really have to connect the mind, body, and the breath and all that. You know what I mean? So maybe that's what it's talking about. It says get some fucking sleep. You're being an ass because you are fucking tired. Face to pillow now. And to me, that's really just reiterating that 9 of Swords of being up at night, having that anxiety. You know, it's not the right thing. Like literally, like you're tripping and it seems to be self-imposed. Shame, regret, guilt, those are just bullshit. Forgive, let that shit go. It says detox, drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. So if you have any external parties that are creating any stress or worry or, you know what I mean, like any darkness in your situation, X them out. Because if you have a situation where you have a relationship, a partner, that's 2 people. You don't need third parties of any sort. You don't need secondary input into your fucking relationship. It's just you and that person. So yeah, good luck, collective. I hope all works out. Bye.